What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're talking about Esports Boxing Club, and more specifically, what are we going to do if your favourite fighter or fighters aren't in the game just yet? I get I get a lot of comments about people saying they'll be disappointed and let down if these fighters aren't in the game, such as AJ, Fury, Ali, Mike Tyson. Crawford, Spence, Garcia, Davis, things like that. While these are some fighters that I would love to see, there's a few things we need to remember, guys. And also, there is one way that technically we could have them in the game anyways, but we'll get into that in a moment. So first of all, guys, one thing you got to remember is that Esports Boxing Club and Steel City Interactive, the guys that created themselves, need licenses. They need rights to the fighters, whether that be from the fighters themselves or from their families if they've passed away, such as Muhammad Ali. Obviously, he himself can't give consent, so it would have to be his next of kin, family, management. Whoever manages his rights will be the person that has to say, yeah, you're allowed. And obviously getting hold of them could be difficult. Getting hold of anyone in this COVID-based time could be difficult in general, especially as these guys are in the UK where we're currently in lockdown. Also, one thing obviously I don't know about is sponsorships. It could be their sponsorships as well. You know, if someone's sponsored by, say for example, Triple G, he's sponsored by Hublot, I believe, the watch brand. They might need to go to Hublot as well. So Triple G might have to go yes, his management might have to say yes, but then also his sponsorships might have to say yes as well. You know, I don't know what is that. I don't know how that works specifically, but they still need the licenses and the right. Also, one thing that I just need to get clear the air with is AJ and Fury are in UFC. AJ is in FIFA as well, I'm pretty sure. So EA pretty much has them, especially AJ. He has them locked up. You know, I highly doubt they're going to be in the game. There is literally over 1,000 lightweight fighters, and people are worried about 2 heavyweights. Do you have any idea how many top tier fighters are in heavyweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight? Every weight class is stacked in the world of boxing right now, and it's a shame to see people only worried about Fury and AJ. So people need to let go of that at the end of the day. It would be great to see them, don't get me wrong, I think it would be fantastic to see them, but we need to remember there's more than just the heavyweight division, and there's more than just AJ and Fury. Part 2, or point 2 should I say. People just say they're disappointed if these fighters aren't in the game. They generally deserve to not play the game, in my opinion. Now, that sounds really shitty, but like, it's not like Steel City Interactive aren't trying. They are trying their best. They've already got the best and biggest roster of any boxing game to exist so far. And I'm pretty sure the size is actually a fact. There is no boxing game that's got a bigger roster than Esports Boxing Club. And the game's not even out yet. That's how you know they are coming with the heat for this game. We need to appreciate what we haven't had a boxing game in over a decade. And now that it's come and people are moaning that 2 of their favourite fights, and to be honest, I have to say, I feel like people that say AJ and Fury, I hate to be this guy, but I feel like that's a lot of casual fans that only want them. There are so many top tier prospects, so many other champions in so many other weight classes. For people to be constantly saying, I'll be disappointed if I don't see Ali or Tyson or Fury or AJ. It's like, come on, like, I know they're great, and don't get me wrong, Muhammad Ali especially would be fantastic with the revolutionary footwork system, but that's not all there is, man. There's so many great fighters that we could possibly have in this game. We need to appreciate, you know, what we've got in theory. And also, they literally can't control it. If a fighter or a fighter's promotion or management say no, that's it, it's over. You can't, like, haggle. You know, these guys don't have the money to say, all right, listen here, Canelo, let me give you 55 million and we'll put you in the game. It's almost like they can offer them a little, but it's almost like out of the goodness of their heart. That's why we have so many great British fighters in the game, because they're just excited to be in a game again and have the chance to be in a game. That's why we have so many prospects, because it was looking like boxing would never have a game again. So these prospects to be like coming up to their prime, to be put into a video game is what they want. Most of these prospects that are from the UK especially, we all grew up in the same thing. We all grew up playing video games, playing out of our friends, and, you know, playing the WWE games, playing the boxing games, the UFC games. And now for some of them to get the chance to be in it is phenomenal for them. So it's not like they're being lazy and they just aren't adding the biggest names. They're like, I just don't want to add that guy. Like, you know, it's not really like that. And I think people really need to hear that. They're not being lazy. It's about rights. It's about licenses. It's about what they can afford, who they can get in, out the goodness of the fighters' hearts. And obviously they're not like EA. You know, EA have the rights to UFC at the moment, at least for the game rights. So they can add anyone they want. Obviously they do scan them in, which takes a while, but at this point, as long as you're signed with UFC, they can put you in the game if they want to. That's literally it, as simple as that. And for boxing, it doesn't work like that. Federations do help. Belt holders, you know, things like that, they do help, but everyone's individual, everyone's managed by different teams. Some people are managed by the same team, but still, it's not always as easy as just signing up on the dotted line and getting every fighter. Point number 3, and this is the point where I'm going to say we can technically have them. If you haven't seen the video of the character creation on the ESports Boxing Club YouTube channel, make sure you go and check that out, then come back here, because in that video we can see in pretty early access, it's already fucking mental. It's absolutely insane. The detail is crisp. So there's going to be some talented people in the world who won't struggle to create some of these bests, such as Mayweather, such as AJ, such as Fury, such as Tyson, Muhammad Ali. They'll get their age right, their body build right, their stats right, and then those people will be able to make them public, and people will be able to download them. I've already said that it's going to be a create a character. I believe it's going to be like an online offline thing, so you can choose if you want your character to be private or public. And there's going to be people that are going to go out there right away, bang, make 20 characters, download this roster, guys. This is now the top 10 of every weight class. Job done. Like, people are insane, and they don't, especially like Madden, for example. Every year they do it with Madden. Halfway through the year, once we get like the top college guys, they're then added into a downloadable roster, and it's job done. And it's going to be the same with here. So technically, we'll be able to get them in. Obviously, I even had a thought that I'd be happy to make them on stream. So say if I put a stream of making Gervonta Davis, people can come in and they can say, oh no, I think his punch power should be this, his accuracy should be this, his head movement should be this, his stats should be this, his nose should be a bit like this. I'd even be happy to do that, do a stream, like a daily stream where we make a character each day and it be public, so you guys know you're not getting it from someone dodgy, you're not downloading someone that's 99 overall on everything, and it's just unfair. It's you know, not fair to have downloaded. And as long as they make CAFs playable and no one abuses it and make 99 overalls and doesn't ruin it, and as long as they don't make CAFs playable in ranked, I suppose, then it makes complete sense. And, you know, technically we can have whoever we want with the character creation system. And my final point is they've already said there'll be DLC, so we'll already be getting new fighters from seasonal updates. While I'm a believer that it will be free, because I think they know it's pointless to charge for DLC, because let's say they add Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, top of my head as an example, they add them to the game, £3.99. Some people might not be able to afford them. You know, not everyone's in the stage in their time of their life where they can just afford to just drop £3 or £4 every week, every month. You know, I remember when I was a lot younger, I didn't have DLC for any game. Once I got the game, that was it. I had the base game for life. I couldn't afford £2 of DLC. So not everyone's going to be in that stage where they can afford to get DLC. So I think, for starters, I don't think they're going to charge for that reason, and also they're not going to charge because they don't want pay to win, for sure. And also, say if they add Mike Tyson and I see exactly how they make them, I was like, okay, I've got his stats like this, I'll just replicate him perfectly into the character creation system, and he'll just be free for everyone, and that makes so much more sense. So with them making such a great character customization system, it'd be pointless for them to charge for DLC and fighters, in my opinion anyways. I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts. And we never know, you know, who they'll add. Most likely, in my opinion, I think they'll add a lot of prospects, UK prospects, US prospects, that they couldn't get, you know, because of COVID and stuff, that they couldn't get their hands, and they couldn't go and meet and get into the system where they get scanned. And in the future, there could be some more legends and champions, title holders, things like that, former champions. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Just wanted to have a quick talk about that. I see a lot of people saying that they'll be disappointed, and that really disappoints me personally, to see that people are saying they'll be upset if certain fighters aren't in the game, and if this doesn't happen, this doesn't happen. At the end of the day, these guys are doing what no one else done. You know, you can moan and moan and moan, but no one else has gone out of their way to make another boxing game. And it looks like, you know, people now are thinking about it because they've seen the absolute grind these guys are putting in, and the support they're getting. The only reason they're getting the support is because they're putting so much work in. It's phenomenal. And I will support these guys until this game comes out. After this game is out, a year, 2 years, 3 years after, I don't care. This game is going to be insane. As long as they stay with consistent updates, I think this game is going to be absolutely mental. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I just thought I'd talk about, you know, I know some people's fighters aren't going to be in the game, which is a shame, obviously. But there's always ways around, like I said. And, you know, we're looking forward to it, especially. I know you guys are, I know I am. And, you know, it's going to be good. So, but yeah, let me know if you could choose one fighter, who would it be that you could have in the game? Mine would probably be between Triple G and Canelo. But I think a lot of people would say Canelo, so I'll probably go with Triple G. That man's got power in his hands, but so is Canelo. It's a tough one. I'll probably say Canelo, actually. I love Gervonta Davis as well, but I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to say Canelo would probably be my go-to guy in this game, personally. If I could have one fight added to the game, it'd be Canelo for sure. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Let me know what one fight you would add, if you could add anyone in the world, past or present. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.